My name is Emma, and when I was 28 years old, I felt lost. I lived in Portland, Oregon. My job was boring. I worked in a small office answering phones and helping customers. Every day, I sat in front of a computer, smiled at angry voices, and pretended to be okay. But I wasn't okay. I woke up tired. I went to bed tired. I didn't feel excited about anything. I had dreams once. I wanted to write, to travel, to do something special. But now, I only lived from weekend to weekend, from one coffee cup to the next. Most evenings, I came home and sat on the couch, scrolling on my phone for hours. I watched cooking videos, even though I didn't cook anymore. My kitchen was just a room I passed through. My heart felt quiet. One rainy night, I opened a dusty box in my cupboard and found something special. My grandmother's old cookbook. Its cover was soft and faded. The pages were full of small stains, old recipes, and little notes in her handwriting. On the first page, she had written something that touched my soul. Cook with your heart, not just your hands. I read it again. Cook with your heart. And just like that, something inside me woke up. The same night, I made tea and sat down with the book in my lap. There were over 100 recipes, from simple pancakes to complicated roast dinners. Then, like a whisper in my ear, an idea came to me. What if I cook every single recipe in this book and write about it? I had never done something so big before. I wasn't a chef, I wasn't a famous blogger, but I wanted to feel alive again. So I opened my laptop and created a blog. I called it Cooking with My Heart. My first post was short and honest. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm going to cook every recipe in my grandma's book, one per day for 100 days. I don't know if I can do it, but I need something to hold on to. I clicked publish, and my journey began. The next evening, I made chicken and mushroom pie, my grandma's favorite. The kitchen became a battlefield. I burned the onions, I spilled the cream, I forgot to preheat the oven. I dropped a spoon on the floor, but somehow the pie came out okay. When I took the first bite, I closed my eyes. It didn't taste perfect, but it felt like home. Warm, comforting, real. That night I wrote, Day 1, a disaster in the kitchen, but my heart is full. Every day I came home from work, changed clothes, and cooked. The recipes got harder. Some nights I stayed up until midnight trying to make a cake rise. One day I mixed up salt and sugar. The cake was so salty, I had to throw it away. Another day I cried because my beef stew was too watery. I wanted to quit. But then I saw a comment on my blog. I made your chicken pie today. My husband loved it. Thank you. That comment was small, but it gave me strength. I started learning more than cooking. I learned to trust myself, to laugh when things went wrong, to try again. After a month, more people found my blog. I had readers from Canada, India, and Argentina. I got emails like, You helped me learn English and feel less alone. Your food reminds me of my grandmother. I believe in myself because you believe in your kitchen. Strangers became friends. My words traveled across the world. It felt like magic. For the first time in years, I felt like I was doing something that mattered. But not everyone was happy. My boyfriend, Liam, who had lived with me for 2 years, started acting distant. You cook every night, he said. You don't spend time with me anymore. I'm trying to do something for myself, I said. I feel like I'm second place, he replied. One evening, after another argument, he said, "Maybe we need a break." I watched him pack a bag and walk out. The silence after the door closed was louder than anything. I sat in the kitchen, my hands shaking. The recipe I planned to cook sat untouched. But then I opened my grandmother's book and I cooked through my tears. Around day 60, everything felt heavy. My job was getting worse. I got in trouble for using company time to check my blog. I had no energy left. One night, while cooking soup, I spilled everything on the floor. Hot liquid splashed everywhere. My knees gave out and I sat on the floor and cried. "I'm done," I whispered. "I can't keep doing this." My phone buzzed. A message from a girl in Thailand. "Emma, your stories help me learn English every night. Your food gives me hope." That message lifted me up. I cleaned the kitchen. I made toast. I wrote a post. I kept going. Some days were hard, but some days were beautiful. I made roast duck with orange sauce perfectly. I learned how to make pastry from scratch. I even made a 3-layer cake for my friend's birthday, and people asked for the recipe. My blog started to grow faster. People began sharing it on social media. A few cooking websites linked to it. One evening, I received a message from a local cooking school. "Would you like to guest teach a beginner class?" I was shocked. "I am not a chef," I replied. "You cook with love. That's enough," they said. On day 100, I made the final recipe. Lemon butter roast chicken with rosemary potatoes. It was the dish my grandmother made every New Year's Eve. She said it brought good luck. I cooked slowly, carefully, smiling the whole time. I set the table for one, placed a photo of my grandmother next to me, lit a candle, and ate. It wasn't just delicious, it was perfect. Then I sat down to write my final blog post. Day 100. I started this journey feeling empty, but through food, mistakes, and love, I found myself. I didn't become a chef, I became me. 1 week later, I got an email from a small publishing company. "We love your blog. Would you like to turn it into a book?" My hands shook as I read the message again and again. Me? A book? 6 months later, Cooking with My Heart was printed and sold online. My picture was on the back cover, smiling in my kitchen. People began writing to me, saying, "Your book helps me learn English. I cook with my daughter now because of you. I want to write my own blog too." Now, I teach online cooking classes. Students join from all around the world: Mexico, Germany, Japan, Egypt. Some are teenagers, some are grandmothers, some just want to hear English spoken clearly while learning to cook. My kitchen is full of life, and so is my heart. Sometimes I still burn things, sometimes I still cry, but now I know one truth. Passion doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be real. If you ever feel lost, if you think your life has no flavor, if you are scared to begin something new, start anyway, even if you make mistakes, even if people don't believe in you. Cook with your heart, write with your soul, live with courage. Because when you do, you will not only feed yourself, you will inspire others too. I'm Emma. I found myself in my grandmother's cookbook. Maybe, just maybe, your story is waiting in your kitchen too.